Elise here from the Advanced Quantitative Reasoning, and we're going to be talking about buying and losing investment. Whenever we buy a car or purchase certain items, say for instance a computer, they lose value within a certain amount of time. Especially cars, right? When you drive them off the lot, you lose a lot of your value right then and there. Now, there's a couple of purchasing abilities that we can use. Either regular financing, which has a certain percentage and everything, and then we have something called 0% APR. APR stands for annual percentage rate, which is your I, or your interest. And then we have lease with purchase options. And so we have all that all the time. And you know what? All these have something we call a certain amount of cost. So let's take a look at this first person. Her name is Christina. She's buying a new car with a sticker price of $25,639. Her credit union offers a 3-year car loan at 4.99 as annual percentage rate, with a 10% as a down payment. Find the monthly payments. Now the thing about this is, number one, when we have all this, we have more than just a sticker price. We have tax, title, and license that we need to go ahead and worry about. And I'll talk to a dealership one of these days and find out what that is. I did last year, but I don't remember what it is. So we're going to go ahead and start with our N. So let's see, we have 3-year car loan. This is done monthly. Since it's monthly payments, it means it's compounded monthly. So this is going to be 12 times 3. Annual interest rates 4.99. Principal, our beginning amount, is $25,639, but we need to subtract a 10%. So 10% of this would be $2,563.90. So we're going to subtract that from there. And I'll do that a different way when I get to my calculator. Payment, we're trying to find the payment. Future value, we want to pay this down all the way to 0. Number of payments, 12, and then all that is 12. So let's go ahead and put this together in the TVM. So doing this really fast, grab this. Okay, so that's 12 times 3, which is 36. 4.99. Principal, or let's see, present value 25639 minus 2563.9, or the 25639 times 0.10. That's 10%. And so that's how much we got. We're going to find out what the payment is. We're paying this down to 0. Those two are already 12. Alpha, enter, gives me, I need to make sure it's set to N, otherwise this doesn't do it right, $691.48. Okay, so now we're looking at number 2. Christina's car will be worth $15,550 in 3 years. What will the total cost of the car loan be? So here's the thing about total cost. We have to take the payment times N, which is the number of payments, plus the down payment minus the value of the car. This will tell us how much this cost us. And so with anything that we buy with a certain amount of equity, we keep the equity that is our worth at that time. So TC is equal to, let's see, payment was $691.48. We're going to add our 10%, which is 2563.90, minus the value of the car, which was $15,550. And so just doing that really, really fast, find out what the worth of what we paid for on that. 48. Oops, I've made a mistake. I need to multiply this by 36 because that is the number of payments, so that gives us the total cost. Can't believe I almost forgot that. Why don't you guys remind me of that? Plus 2563.90 minus 15,550. So the cost of us buying this car is $11,907.18. So that's number 2. So let me write that down real quick right here. So the cost of the loan to us was that much. And in class, you're going to be writing a little bit more than I am right here. What is the benefit of this type of financing? So we'll talk about that later. Okay, so Christina considers a different option. Dealership offers 0% down, 0% APR for 2 years. So this is how you do it, and the car will be worth this much in 2 years. What will be the monthly payments under these conditions? So that's the first one I'm going to do. So this was for number 2. This is for number 3. Now, to do the payments on a 0% APR is actually quite simple. We take the amount of the car, so it's 25639, and divide that by the total number of payments, and this is 36 payments. Or actually, since it's 2 years, so that's 24 payments. So let's see, 25639 divided by 24. So our total amount that we're paying each month is $1,068.29. Now, the thing about 0% is that you're always going to have that this amount right here. This will represent your. It's a higher monthly payment. I'm going to just say it, but we need to compare it to this one in terms of cost. So that's why it might be a better deal. It might cost us less. So to get the total cost of this one, we take the number of payments. Well, actually, we take the amount for payments. We have the total number of payments minus the worth of the car in 2 years. Now, the worth in the car, this one, is $18,600. So we're going to take that 1068.29 times 24 minus 18,600. So the total cost in this case is $7,038.96. So that's our total cost. And compared to these two, those two change a bit. Just talking about this. So in number 4 here it says Christina has an offer to lease the same car for 3 years at $396 per month. The lease has a balloon payment of $1,000 at the end of 3 years. So what a balloon payment is, basically it's the interest that's been occurring since the when you put together the financing, and then they take that interest and just put it together in one big payment, and that's the balloon payment, because over time it gets bigger and bigger, just like a balloon. Alright, and then it pops, and that's when you have to go ahead and pay it. Alright, so we're going to check out the cost of that. So it's really easy to go ahead and do this. This is for number 4. This is a 36-month thing, in financing at $396. This is to get our total cost in this case, and then we add on $1,000. Now, there's one reason why we're not subtracting anything. We don't own the car at the end of this term. So once it's done, we don't have anything to show for it, so we have no car. But we'll see how much this costs us in the long run. 36 times 396 plus 1,000. So that's a cost of $15,256. And that's just cost. There's no actual getting the car at the end of this. It's just cost, which is not a great deal. So now, we're going to look at this part. What interest rate is Christina being charged for leasing the car? Well, we have the number of payments, which is 3 times 12. Annual interest rate, we're going to find that out. Principal, we have the beginning amount, what the car was worth from this question. So, let's see, 25639. Payments, we have the payments, which is $396, and that's negative on here. Future value. Well, the future value is the worth of the car after 3 years. We have that number somewhere around here, which is, not that one, that's after 2 years. Here it is. $15,550. So this is negative $15,550. Number of payments 12 and 12. We go by this number because that's the worth of the car after that time. Let's see. Alright. So we're going to find out what the interest rate is on this. So let's see. I'm going to hit apps. Who knows, maybe this thing will explode after this. Let's see. we're going to find out what the interest is. PV 25639 minus 396, and this is negative 15550. So we have an interest of 6.6%. So that's our interest in there. Now, there may be several different reasons why we don't want Christina to take this deal. And, you know, it's not a really great deal because the cost is just a lot. And so finally, let's take a look at number 6. Car manufacturer offers a lease to purchase option. So she can go ahead and purchase the car after a certain amount of time. Let's see, the option at 2.9%. I'm going to write that down here because they gave it to us. And, you know, we start writing. For 3 years, that's 36 months. At the end of the option, Christina can keep the vehicle by paying a depreciated value or walk away for a fee of $200. So we still have the same value. It's still the same car. We're always talking about the same car. So the principal would be 25639. Payments, there is no payments on this one yet. We're going to find the payments. Okay. Future value would be the worth of the car after that amount of time. Let me just check and make sure. Always making sure on these things. Long silence. Bad. Yeah. So $15,550. We still have 12 and 12. So we're going to find out first the cost of the how much the payment is. So that's 36 months. This is 2.9%, which is low. It's good. 25639. I'm going to find out what the payment is. We need to pay this down to that amount. If I enter, our payments are $330.54. So we need to get the total cost of this car. Number one, we're not going to be using. We're going to go ahead and get the total cost. We don't have any equity because she's going to walk away from this car in this case. So there's the monthly payment. She's going to walk away in this case. How much was the total cost if she walks away? So she's going to walk away no matter what. So 36 times $330.54. We're going to go ahead and add on the cost of her walking away, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. So we have, let's get out of this, 36 times 330.54 plus an extra $200, and so that gives me a total cost of $12,099.44. So we have several different things here. We're going to be taking a look at what's best. So we have several different options that we need to look at. Now remember, we had the total cost of these 3 different options. Just remember that this right here is the lease. This over here is, let me see, the 0% APR. This one over here is with regular financing with a down payment. And then this row over here is lease with a walkaway option. So I would go ahead and start saying, well, the 0% is probably the best. And then so on and so forth with that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about this stuff later. We're going to go ahead and analyze this, but it's important to understand how to go ahead and get cost because cost is so important. Alright, see ya.